You will fail if you don't know the signs, right? Basically, there's a very important message I want to get across to you guys listening to me. And that's, you can try. I understand a lot of you have, you know, health conditions that you are battling, right? And you're looking for a way to, I'm not allowed to say cure them, but, treat them, for lack of a better word, wink, wink. Now, I suffered greatly when I first started understanding how nature works, how science works, how the body works, how diet works, and what actually helped me get over things versus what was just a waste of time, right? And I'm talking, I've spent like 2 years just grinding, right? Like 2 straight years just trying and failing and fasting and failing and trying this herb and failing and trying this food and failing. And what happens is when you fail so many times, you start to go insane, right? So a lot of people, they give up, they might fast for a couple of days, or they might start taking a certain herb or change their diet slightly and get slight results, but not really. But then the pain of going through it, right? Because when your body is new to this, it can be very painful. Um, you give up and then you never do it again because you had such a bad experience. But if you had just made some slight tweaks, you would have been fine, right? And that's what I really can't stress to you guys enough. If you don't understand the science of how the body works, right? And the science of how to take herbs and the right foods and stuff like that, you're gonna just end up going crazy. And that's basically what I don't want to see happen. So what I'm doing is the My Road to Freedom program, I'm changing it to basically the science of living natural. And in the program, I'm really gonna hammer in. I'm gonna make 100% of the focus, um, basically the science of taking care of the self, right? The science of the body, how to fast right, how to use herbs right, how to eat right, when to eat, all these different things. Because I don't want to half-ass it. I don't want to skimp through that part of it in that. I'd rather make that the whole program, right? And really make sure you're good to go with that. And then after that, I'll do something about my own little adventures and how I make it through things and how I handle things with people and, people's games out in the world and how to navigate and maneuver and start a business, run a business, when you're first starting at a job, how to maneuver through this, how to climb pitfalls to avoid that'll save you months and years of bullshit. But more importantly than that, if you don't have your health, none of that shit matters, right? You don't want to climb to the top of a corporation, or you don't want to be a successful business owner and have, stage 4 cancer. It's like, what's the point of that? So basically, I'm not going to, if you've already purchased the program, right? I'm just gonna, you're not gonna have to pay any more money, obviously. I'm just going to make this program way more about health than really anything else, because without that, why even move forward? Without really understanding how your body works, you might be pissed off now, right? Because I know some of you guys are little power hungry motherfuckers, right? But believe me, you're gonna thank me later, right? It might be a little painful, it might be a quick, oh, what the hell, you feel blindsided. But believe me when I tell you this is far more important. Then everything after that is just the icing on the cake, right? Learning how to run a business, learning how to climb the ladder. Even if some of you guys are still interested in fucking with women and shit like that, I can easily put that all in one program, and I won't have to skimp on this topic to put all those other topics in that program. Whereas if I put this topic in that program, it's going to be very hard for me to do it all in the time frame I want to do it in, and to make it all relatable at the same time. I'd rather just turn this into 2 programs. And for the people who already paid for the My Road to Freedom program, it's just going to be all health, nutrition, step-by-step information, what you need to do. You're not going to have any questions. You're going to know everything you need to do. And there's not going to be a part 2. There's not going to be a part 3. You're going to get it all, boom, quick, simple. and you're gonna save yourself actually years of suffering. Like it took me 2 years, so I can say years of fucking trying and failing, fasting for 30 days and then realizing I fucked something up and then relapsing and then eating junk food and then starting over and then taking herbs that aren't really herbs and then having crazy body reactions and then learning what herbs are natural so you don't have a fucked up reaction. And it's like, it's a science that was common sense to our ancestors but has been so lost to us that it's almost like we're discovering it for the first time all over again. But once you have this information, you will be forever grateful, because everything in your life after that just kind of gets the volume turned down on it, because you've now handled the most important thing in the world, right? Which is making sure you're never going to get sick, making sure you're good, making sure you're healthy. And you now have a tool you can use to make sure if you ever have kids in the future, you ever have a family, you won't have to see them suffer through certain things, because you'll know how to help them with certain things, right? So it's just understanding the knowledge of how that works, right? It's very simple. So that's really that. It's going to allow me to crank this information out much faster as well, which is great. And that's really that. So everyone who reserved the program, you're still getting it. It's going to be way more of the information that you actually need versus the cute fucking gossip type shit that you want, like the little power chasing shit, which is great. Look, don't get me wrong. Like, that information is great in saving you a lot of bullshit and navigating through the world. But there's no point in navigating through the world if you're unhealthy. There's no point in that. So you guys got to understand, right? You have to sort of humble yourself and surrender yourself to nature and understand that your health and your well-being, right? They come before chasing any ideas you call power, right? That's really the most important thing. So I'm going to get this video uploaded, and I look forward to hearing from you guys soon.